Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike again, coming back at you with yet another car video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today's topic I'd like to discuss is about not accepting the Hoover, but I want to put an emphasis on never accepting the Hoover. As I've done in my very first video, I highly suggest you go check that video out first and then get to this video. But yeah, with all that said, if you like this content, if this relates with you or you resonate with it, please give it a like, thumbs up, comment down your thoughts and opinions and wisdom. I'd love to hear your feedback. And please subscribe. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Hope you guys are doing well out there. So, what is hoovering? To remind you guys of, again, if you're not aware, it's when the narcissist, whether that be a family member or an ex-spouse or ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, friend, so-called friend, they try to suck you back into a relationship or a friendship or whatever it may be, another companionship, blah blah blah. But it all flats on your face, because when you say no to the Hoover, guess what? You're saying yes to yourself. I really do take heed in that, because there's no one who has ever been hoovered a lot more than I have. I know perhaps I'm not speaking for the entire population, but I've been hoovered by the same narcissist for almost 10 years, 5 to 10 years. And I've sent multiple cease and desist letters out and got my lawyer involved. And many times, the narcissist would say that they would respect my wishes, they'd not contact me again. But lo and behold, even after I filed a police report and, gave my side of the story, it's like, you can only do so much. You can file a police report, you can go no contact, block, delete, do all that stuff, and yet the narcissist will find a way, a crease or a crack in the doorway, figuratively or literally speaking. I'll elaborate on that more as I go on here. But hoovering, yes, it's when the narcissist tries to suck you back into the relationship, like the Hoover vacuum. That's why they call it that, the narcissistic Hoover. It's emotional abuse that can escalate into much more than just, please come back, take me off your block list, blah blah blah. But it can arise to threats, stalking, of which I have been. I don't mean to sound like a victim here, or a pity play, but I've changed my numbers throughout the years. I've went to many different addresses throughout the many years, changing apartments, changing addresses, so on and so forth. But the narcissist, despite being blocked, despite being talked to or written by my lawyer to, they'll never accept no for an answer. And that's where you must accept no for an answer to the narcissist. You counteract that toxic person into saying, no, you are not getting any more freebies. You are not getting a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth, so on and so forth. Chances, how many things you had to deal with, how much you had to contend with in that toxic, abusive, narcissistic, abusive relationship, and that cycle that goes around and it never gets better. All right, so set your boundaries, as I've said in these videos, up high and mighty. I really do mean that, guys. I'll never stop saying that. I'll never stop telling you to not accept the Hoover. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to me personally and say, I stupidly accepted the Hoover, Mike, or I wasn't strong enough, or I'm tethered to this person. As soon as that's done with, I get all the assets and, the kids, the custody, and, whatever else is going on, like they're gonna drop them like a fly. But you can't react to the narcissist even when they're pissing you off or when they're doing you dirty. or attempting to. At this point, at least I can speak for myself. When I got out of the narcissist stare, I was a lot more numb. I was a lot more, accepting of, things in life when they seemed too good to be true, that they usually are. And I couldn't have been more spot on. Give credit where credit is due. You did all that you could throughout that relationship, whatever it was, platonic or romantic, relative, I don't know, and I don't care. But the point is, the principles still apply, because the narcissist will never accept your boundaries. I can't say that enough. So even though you may have distanced yourself from the narcissist, moved, relocated several times as I've had, and you've even changed your number, and you keep it low-key life. You don't go around posting on social media about what you're up to, who you're seeing, who you're not seeing, where you work, what's up with work, blah, 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 all the personal details. It can sound stupid, like the narcissist may still know that you're in your hometown or wherever else, that they unsolicitedly found out about you and your information and what you're up to these days. Some info, they may have, I can't speak for yourselves, but the very fact that, the narcissist can't ever accept a block and delete, and, they can't take no for an answer, they don't respect any boundaries. This is why I say never accept the Hoover. This is why I never accept the Hoover. Because they will have no qualms finding a crack in the crease in the doorway, and once they do, they want to break down that door, hinges and all. Okay, they act like they're entitled to your attention and to your empathy and to your love and to your time and to all these things that you may or may not have actually given upon the narcissist, depending on who they were to you and how you felt about them. But never, ever, ever accept the Hoover from anybody. I don't care if it's blood. Blood isn't always thicker than water. Just don't accept it. Take it from somebody who actually knows. It's not you being spiteful. That's what the narcissist wants you to do. Be gaslit and to make you think, well, that's still your somebody, whether it was a spouse or a family member, whoever, that's still your friend of so many years. And, why don't you just open up? Why don't you try to make up or whatever? No. We've already been through this 1,000 times, guys. And the narcissists are master manipulators, but they are also weak and vulnerable. Unlike you, you're hopefully an educated empath. You're not merely an empath. You don't merely pick up the phone at first ring. You don't, you vet people a lot more closely, that's for sure. So you do whatever you gotta do to keep those boundaries up, high and mighty. And they failed to live and let live. These narcissists, these toxic people who do you wrong, they fail to introspect. They don't heal, they don't grow. What makes you think they'll ever? And that's who the narcissist is in a nutshell. They're not only a toxic person, but they're just a downright narcissist who, has to contend with their own miserable selves in light of all which has transpired. They not only burn bridges around them, or behind them rather, but they blow them up to no return. All right. Okay, but the narcissist, depending on how they feel about you and how you feel about them, you can deny the Hoover, and they might take a message, okay, I lost this person. This person slipped away from me, this empath, and I couldn't have ever admitted where I'd gone wrong back then, when everything was seemingly picture perfect, when it wasn't. or if it wasn't perfect, you made the best of what you did, but the narcissist took it all away from you, whether it was physical, emotional, mental, financial. I keep going. But they failed to accept what is or what once was. All the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But had they not done you wrong, had they treated you with respect, had they actually shown real compassion, real love, not forced, not faked, but real empathy and compassion and all these things that anyone sets out in a real life partner or a real friend, real romantic interest, real whoever. But like I say, they may never hoover you. That mostly goes for like people who aren't family members in my experience, but take it when I say that, you really need to take the Hoover seriously. You need to actually accept that the real possibility is out there. Especially when pivotal times of the year come around, like your birthday, like mine, wink, wink, or the holidays coming up, the winter ones. In a few months, time flies by so fast. It almost seems like yesterday I could recall certain events from, 10, 20, 30 years ago, wherein, I was caught up. I didn't know much better. I didn't have quite the resilience, the rhinoceros skin as I do now. And that's okay, so long as I grow and I heal it and I introspect and I apply the work. And I genuinely want to be rid of any narcissist or, kick those to the curb who dare enter my life and do what they do. Now to move on. Whether it's in a few weeks or a few months or even years down the line, accept the possibility that the narcissist may reach out. Maybe they feel entitled to your kid if you have one. Perhaps they feel entitled to, why didn't you check up on me during the pandemic? Or why didn't you check up on me when I had this or when I had that, or blah, 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 blah. They won't ever ask you about how you were doing, though, even if you've came close to death, as I have. I just got a physical therapy this morning. I broke my back a couple of years ago after the narcissist was all said and done with. It's not easy to think about, when they're talking, that they're reaching out to you and you can't respond back, like say F off. I've got a major health concern here, or I have an illness or an injury, and here you are on my birthday, on Christmas, on Hanukkah, whatever it may pertain to. But you're ruining the event, narcissist. You're ruining my time with my family now, with people who I love, and you can't have the strength to love anybody but yourself and your fragile, teeny weeny ego in that mirror. Okay? You'll never heal if you accept the Hoover, and you'll never shake off those toxic people. They'll play on your heartstrings, guilt trip you, but only after when all is said and done, they feel entitled to you. So they F you over once, they screw you over once, and then they think it's okay to lure you back into the trap as if nothing ever happened. Flattery, promises, future faking. Saying things like, oh, everyone loves and misses you. For an example, yeah, they try to manipulate you. As I've said, they're master manipulators. Only after all is said and done, as I've mentioned, they feel entitled to you. They may love bomb you, as I allude to, with fake love, future faking, fake apologies, fake empathy, fake hope, feigning crises. Is like, as I mentioned, when you have a health scare, when you're injured, when you're ill, it's okay that they leave you in the hospital bed to leave you high and dry. But when it comes to them, everything has to you know, you shouldn't be obliged to reciprocate with someone who never gave back onto you, not even once. Or the times that they did, they acted like it was a sheer inconvenience. Okay? Don't forget the ones who actually stuck around for you. I know these people can be few and far in between, but you really have to, even if it's going to talk therapy or anything like that, set healthy boundaries and don't break them. Don't let anyone break them. You put your foot down, you draw a fine line in the sand, and you say no before I close out this video. That the narcissist can't ever be trusted. The smear campaign, the lies they told you throughout the years, and the flying monkeys who they may implement. Test the temperature of said relationship. Maybe they want to use a flying monkey in order to get in touch with you. And as I've alluded to in the past, you gotta block any and all narcissistic associates of the narcissist in question. That's very important, because if there is even so much as a crack or a crease in the doorway that the narcissist can implement, whether it be through utilizing flying monkeys, employing them to go spy on you, whichever way they will. And stop being paranoid here. I'm not being paranoid. I'm telling you the guy's honest truth, that they will stop at nothing. And they may smear you in front of your former neighbors or your former friends or colleagues or whoever, saying about how bad you were and how you didn't, everything that was wrong about them, they want to twist and turn it onto you, which is cruel. It's especially insulting when they try to do it when they're trying to hoover you back, act as if nothing ever happened, to reiterate. So I'm just gonna close out the video right there, guys. I hope this helps out some of y'all out there, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Those things really do help me out a lot, and it helps me move this channel a little bit to see, let me know what you guys want me to film in the future, what topics, and I'll be glad to extrapolate on them. Once again, this is Mike. I love you all. Stay strong. Never accept a Hoover. God bless you. Take care and goodbye.